Episode 26. I'm not gonna lie, Steven scared the shit out of me when he started this call a second ago. I was like, I was focused. I was watching this video where they're restoring a bread cutter, and I like shit like that. Like I like watching restoration videos.
Cause you old.
Hey, shut up. He took like this old rusty ass bread cutter. Like this thing is bigger than my forearm, and like he was rusty as shit, and
Bigger than your forearm?
bigger than my fucking forearm. And
Right, that's not saying much. You're kind of tiny, but go ahead.
he mirror polished it, suck a dick. And like that, he like fucking remade all the brass pieces. Like that shit was so fucking shiny. It looked like he had pulled that shit out of a sunken ship before the restoration process started. And when he was done, like you could see the camera in the blade. That shit was tight.
Wait, can I interject about your recreational thing?
What? Go ahead.
So, it's kind of ironic because I've been actually kind of enjoying our past more. So, like within the last few weeks, I've been, getting into retro gaming and so on and so forth. But I was looking at that, and I want to get like a Game Boy, like a regular black and white Game Boy. And it was so cool because I was watching all these videos of people recreating them and making them brand new, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Restoring them?
Restoring them, yes.
Why is that ironic?
Because you were talking about this right now with other stuff.
Yeah, but how does that irony? Never mind. Anyway, yeah. So make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you enjoy what you're listening to. If you enjoy listening to us, I've said it before, but I'm going to start dropping this at the beginning of the episode because people don't watch all the way to the end of the credits. Yeah, we're getting more subscribers. It's pretty cool, or at least that's what Steven says. Like we got you got 2 more subscribers. It's cool. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your mom. She'd probably like me. Steven said he had something to talk about, and I don't know. He seemed kind of excited about it. Seems pretty gung ho about it because Kaho's been putting the boot to his ass when it comes to the lack of what the fuck was that, Steven?
No clue. That was not coming from me. Anyway.
What do you mean it wasn't coming from you? It wouldn't come from anybody else? Or is it Jinsei? You getting messages over there?
Oh, yeah.
Discord? Nigga, turn your shit down.
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah, I heard that. It was loud as fuck.
Nigga, what can I say? I'm popular. The fuck?
Well, yeah, I'm more popular than you. Anyway.
You gonna let that slide?
You heard the crickets that followed because, ain't nobody cheering for that shit. There was no Maury crowd going, ooh. Oh, no. Fuck out of here.
Steven of the blatant lie.
So, anyway, basically what Kaho was saying, I want to interject more, and I want to bring something new to the table for you guys. So I was like, you know what?
Interject is Steven's word of the day, everybody, just so you know.
Yeah, you better not be saying, can I interject every single fucking time? Like a lame ass shit.
Anyway, I wanted to come up with something more because I want to give you guys some fresh content. So I want to do a little bit more of like some
fresh content
topics.
And I want to do more because I want to please Daddy Kaho. Go ahead.
Or that too. That works as well.
Say it though, so you can hear you say it.
You don't say it. Just
my big daddy.
Yes.
My soul.
And honestly, everybody, I had a pretty good week. Like, I've been working a lot, and I'm just like getting pumped. Like, I've been doing like a ton of days at work, and I've just been like, like motivated from all the work. And yeah, I have 5 conversation topics to talk about, and we're gonna go through them.
You Jinsei. Let's hear it.
So number one is a topic I want to ask you guys. So like, what can you do that no one else can? And the description is what makes him unique. Everyone loves talking about themselves.
You mean like on this podcast?
No,
Like amongst ourselves, or do you mean the only thing that I can do in the world? Because I don't think that's the thing. Like how many people are you going to find in the entire world that cannot do a thing that you can do?
okay, at least try to like say like I know how to only make like this recipe the only way I do, or something like that.
I mean, can anyone say that though? Like, yeah, like, I know how to. When I throw my noodles in the pot, I'd like twist my hand around and then throw
Hey,
them in.
wait, chill.
It
Hold
make no
up.
sense.
This when you make cup of noodle, or do you drain the water before you mix in the seasons and everything, or do you leave the water in there?
The noodles supposed like isn't the seasoning in the cup already?
Okay, so let's not say cup of noodle. Let's talk about just the top ramen itself. You know how it's like in the pack, and then the seasoning is inside of it too,
Yeah.
like that. Like when you boil the water up on the stove. You feel me? That's where you get real fancy. How you make it? How you making noodles, nigga?
What I'll do is I will boil the water, throw the noodle in, let it cook. Once it's done, I'll drain off some of the water, or not once it's done, but once it's like al dente. So I'll drain off some of the water, and then I'll add like my own custom seasonings and the shit. Not just the seasoning packet. Like I only use like half of that shit, but then I'll put in the shit that I like in there. Like I'll put in some soy sauce. I'll put in some fucking like garlic powder, and onion powder, parsley, and I just make the shit fancy. Sriracha, red
Right.
pepper.
You gotta have your gourmet top ramen. You feel me? Like you gotta.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you don't slum it, you can at least spice that shit up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You don't do the whole egg on top.
No, not typically. I've done it
Not me
before.
either.
I don't typically do it.
Steven's not included in this conversation because he's privileged, so he ain't never.
Actually,
He's got a maid. He's got a maid to make his ramen for him.
yeah.
actually interjecting here, I want to say,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
um,
Why are you using the word interject?
so when you say sriracha, the sauce, this is kind of completely off topic, but I heard sriracha, and I want to kind of like I need to vent a little bit. So lately,
Wait, what did you say?
He said he got a vent about sriracha. So go ahead. We gotta listen.
Okay.
so I've been like I go out to eat about like once a week. I don't do it as much as like Jinsei does or a few of our friends do, but I'll go out.
You know what I be doing, Brandon? Like, what? How he's just gonna come out with this statement, say it like he got 100% just the truth, just like coursing through his veins. I don't eat that as much as Jensen. How do you know what I'm doing?
You remember when you was telling me that you hadn't seen Steven very much this week? I know
That's
why.
because his ass was in the bushes watching me.
And he was in the bushes. He was underneath your car, nigga. He was installing like a little tracking device, and then get a little camera up in there. Why? That's how he knows where you at. Nigga.
But
So
anyway,
if you ever see like a little blinking red dot just off in the corner of your eye, just know that that's that camera being turned on. Steven is watching. That.
anyway, going back to the fast food thing, I basically been hooked on Jack in the Box lately, and every time like I order something, they always get my order wrong. I know I don't have the clearest voice, but when I drive up to like the drive-through by myself, I practice my voice. Like I have to make sure I speak very clearly, otherwise like I may not sound the right way due to my birth defects, so to speak. But anyway,
Nigga.
I get the number. I try to say number 3 on the menu, but sometimes they don't always know what the numbers are. So then I say, "Can I get a sourdough jack combo meal?" And that's like a sourdough burger, and I love that stuff, right? So when I get my sourdough jack burger, they always add sriracha burger, and it's not a sriracha burger because that stuff is spicy as hell, and I cannot stand it. And I
Hey yo, Yeah. Are you peeping what I'm peeping, man? Because this man just told me that in a 6-car line, he just said this, in a 6-car line, until he gets his turn, he is sitting in the car like, can I get a number 3, medium? What you drink, Steven? What you drink, Steven?
I drink Coke or Sprite, either way. Either
Okay.
or.
Can I get a number 3 medium with a Coke, please? Can I get a number 3? Can I get a number 3 medium with a Coke, please? Like, are you serious, Steven?
Well,
Are you serious?
You know when
Warm up, nigga.
when I get excited, I don't speak properly, so I always try to like mentally prepare myself. People have a problem with me ordering at Chick-fil-A even, so I need to remember not get overly excited in situations. So I've been kind of like trying to calm down on my speaking.
So you be sitting in your car. Can I get a number 3? Can I get and you just like adrenaline just building, huh? Like number 3. Like
Well,
how do you, what do you mean excited?
Well, I'm excited not that I don't get upset after the fact that I end up getting a sriracha burger and waste $10.
Backstage bounce and adrenaline building up.
Cause I'm a white boy, cause I can't necessarily like handle spicy foods. Like even though my girl is Mexican.
Hold up, nigga. What? Hold up. Since when are you white?
I'm albino, boy.
Hey, yo. Hey.
Anyway.
What the fuck are you on today, buddy? God damn.
Lack of sleep.
Cocaine or something.
hey, because I'm a white boy. And that's sriracha. That's sriracha. No, that's too spicy for me.
That's
Some
nose candy from your dad or something.
Anyways, going back.
Not nose candy.
Going back to the question of the first conversation, what is it, Jinsei? Like what is something that only you can do? Like you say, yeah, I can be funny, I could be good looking, that nobody else can be that good at looking as you.
Definitely abandoned that topic pretty quickly.
We abandoned.
Okay,
we'll
so topic
questions asking like, what is it that you can do and only you can do?
Okay, I got it.
Out of everybody in the world, I guess.
Wow. So I guess the actual answer is I'm the only one who can be Brandon McNeil. Just like Kaho is the only one who could be Tim. And you're the only one who could be Steven Showerman.
True.
Like it's not I don't know what like the answer that you're fishing for, it isn't going to be as extravagant as the answer you're going to receive from people, because outside of I think the only one who can truly answer this and give you a unique answer, and it's not even unique because we can obviously see it in front of us, are like professional athletes or
the Guinness Book of World Records and shit.
Yeah, those people who are like, not only have they done something that nobody else has done before or can do, but they've also like trained their whole life to do the shit. So I mean,
I don't really get the question in terms of like how it's too open, it's too broad. Like, what is the only thing that you can do? Like that's why I put it forward at the beginning of the question. I said, do you mean like in this Discord call on this fucking podcast? Like, because if you go too broad with it, the answer is nothing.
You got a point. All right. So, anyways, that kind of answered the question within itself.
Okay, but you didn't answer it yourself. What the fuck?
Well, for me, I feel like you
can do it.
I make people laugh in my own way. I don't know why people laugh, but I guess I can make people laugh like where no other people can.
Professional stand-up comedian, then.
Exactly.
What? It's not an answer to the question.
Oh, well, I like to blame my special talents from.
Nigga, what?
Never mind.
To be fair, Kaho, I didn't even hear the question. It was just like, straight up comedian. and that's all I heard.
Yeah, he said that he makes people laugh. I said, why aren't you a stand-up comedian? Apparently, you're the only person who can do that. And he said, because of my special talents. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does my special talents mean?
I'm not trying to give you a cop of answer, but
You sure as hell are.
I feel like technically I can make people have a good day.
Like, just go handing out money? What do you mean?
Well,
You're being very vague for this question.
I
Just
have
calling for a
handed
very
out money
specific
before.
answer. What?
I have handed out people money before, but I just feel like my aura is special.
We go.
And that's all I'm going to say. Anyways, continuing on.
Let's jump off the topic before you continue to press me more.
Topic number 2 is a little bit. I feel like it's a little bit better than the first question. Kind of.
Excuse me.
Strike 1, by the way.
I kind of figured out where it was coming from. I will not be on the path to destruction. Okay, continuing on to topic number 2.
Is that like an anime quote or something?
It has to be.
So, number 2. What is the craziest story you've ever heard in your lifetime? Like that, a story where like vastly unique from everything else. Like, oh, somebody won the lottery. Like that's not really a story that like is like something like crazy. But if you can think of something, like say you found it like $1,000 in a forest somewhere, like where nobody else was around, and you got the money.
Did I ever tell you the story about why they made us overnights when I was on maintenance overnight? They said we couldn't go outside and clean the parking lot unless we were in pairs. Did I ever tell that story?
No.
Unless you were wearing what?
Unless you're in pairs. When I was on maintenance overnight, you couldn't go outside and clean the parking lot unless you were in a pair, like unless you had a partner.
I think you've told me about it, but I don't think you've mentioned it on the podcast.
Well, fuck it. Story time. So, come back from my weekend. I remember, maintenance isn't just like, I'm on maintenance, sure, but we also have old ass men who like maintenance is their life. So, and they're not the best group to be around. So, easiest thing to do, spend half the night in the parking lot, cleaning it up by yourself, one man, all alone. Get back from my weekend and like, oh, you can't go outside by yourself. I'm like, fuck that. I'm gonna go outside because I'm not going out there with so and so. Say the person's name because they be on the internet. Like, find this shit. and they're like, nah, seriously, you can't go outside. And I'm like, okay, all right, bet. What happened? So yeah, this dude was out there, and then he came inside to the store. That's back when we were 24 hours, and he was bleeding out his ass. Another man raped him in the parking lot.
What?
I was like, well, fuck that.
Holy shit.
Wait.
like came into the store as just like, help me. I just got raped.
What?
Like this happened. This actually happened.
God damn.
For real.
What
year? Was it a cow?
Brother, look, all I'm telling you is I ain't never go back outside again.
First of all, I didn't even know you were on maintenance.
Everybody knows that I started on maintenance when I got into Walmart the second time. Everybody knows this.
Wait, second time?
Yeah.
Everybody knows this shit except Steven, apparently.
Apparently,
well,
right?
I live under a rock, apparently.
You breathe oxygen? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Why did nobody tell me?
But yeah, so that's my unique story. That's some shit you probably never hear from anybody else. But this shit happened, and I never went outside as maintenance again. Fuck all that.
That is a deep story, Jinsei.
Deep?
That's a crazy story.
Yeah, that's better. That's a better adjective to apply to it.
I'm interjecting more.
I think if you don't stop saying the word interjecting,
I have to. I'm sorry. Anyways, go ahead, Kaho. What was the craziest story you ever heard?
obsessive ass nigga. Craziest story. All right, so I was like, I want to say 19 at the time, and I was working out of Lee Summit in Missouri. I was working at a restaurant called Hula Hands. Y'all got Hula Hands down there in
No, I remember we talked about that. It's only out that one.
Hold up.
I mean, there's one here in Colorado, and Colorado is way closer to the West Coast than Missouri is.
Is it a restaurant?
Yes, I said restaurant. Yes.
Okay, so we actually have a hula. Is it like a burger joint?
Hula Hands. It's like a Irish pub / American pub type deal.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So it was. I want to say, like December or January, something like that. Like snow's in full effect. And one thing to remember or to know about Missouri is it is a very high humidity. So that means when it snows, that shit freezes very quickly. So I'm driving to work early in the morning. I'm on the opening shift. I'm usually on the closing shift, but on the opening shift this morning. So I'm driving to work. I get on to the fucking highway. There's not really that many people on the highway because one, it's early, two, it's snowing. People don't want to go, don't want to go to work, and a lot of shit was closed due to like snow days and shit. But restaurants are pretty fucking notorious for not giving a shit whether your safety is or isn't guaranteed in getting to work. You go to work regardless. So I get onto the highway. I'm going slow because I got my little car. I need to get new tires on it. I know this already. I know I should have got new tires on it a couple weeks ago, but I'm going slow. I catch up to a semi and decide to go even slower. Like, okay, if a semi is going to be driving on the shit, I'm not going to be unsafe. I'm not going to be crazy. So I'm just going slow behind this motherfucker. I left for work like an hour early, so like 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, because it takes me like 20 minutes to get to work. So we're in the right lane of the highway, 3-lane highway, and this I want to say it's a fucking Prius or something. Some lame ass little car comes fucking speeding by on the left side of the highway. Like fucking, it's too early for the roads to have been plowed, so people are just kind of like like slow and steady fucking grandpa driving, and this nigga goes fucking flying up. He gets, I want to say, maybe 200 feet ahead of us, and his car fucking starts spinning. Just like tried to hit the brakes for whatever fucking reason, and his car spins. He spins around twice in the middle of the highway, so he doesn't actually come into contact with either side because like there's big stone walls on both sides. So he doesn't wreck his shit. He just fucking spins out, and like, well, we're still going pretty damn slow, and he's like he's restarting his car and like trying to make sure that he's out of the way before the semi, takes his ass out, and fucking he slows down to a point behind me, and like starts driving behind me, and like I bet this nigga's like, damn, I hope nobody noticed that. We did. And he's driving behind me, so I'm coming up to my exit. It's a left lane exit. I get into the left lane, and the semi that was in front of me, it pulls ahead a little bit, like it starts going a little bit faster, and then like right as I'm about to hit the exit, I hear bah, and I look over to the right, like, oh shit, what was that? Did my car just blow up? Did I just lose a tire? Like, what the fuck? It sounded like it came from my car, but I looked over and I saw that the semi itself, one of the you know how semi tires work, right? They have like extra additional layers on their tires.
Mm-hmm.
So one of those layers of that tire fucking exploded off of the semi and like flew back underneath itself, underneath the truck itself, and like it when it once it hit or got underneath the very last tire, like it kind of lifted the semi up a little bit. Like I could visibly see that shit like lean into the side, and then shot the rubber tire that had blown off of the semi out behind it, and it fucking went back and smashed into the car that was right behind me before I pulled off. And like that thing took the front of his shit, like his grill on his car, torn the fuck off. Like the tire itself slammed into it so hard that not only did it crack his windshield like into like little pieces. It did not like that one crack across your windshield, but like have you ever seen somebody shoot into a car windshield and how like it fractures the entire thing, so you have just like it looks like little ice chunks like that. It's caved in the hood of his vehicle and then bounced over his car and just like hit the ground behind him. So this nigga like spun out and was like, "Whoo, no damage. Thank fucking God. All right, I'm gonna slow down and take my time." And then I don't know. I don't know, like was God trying to take this nigga out or something? And it was like, "All right, I didn't catch you with the ice, but the semi though."
But he
Like
lived through it, right?
that shit was crazy. Like I got off of the out of that lane, off of the highway. I want to say maybe 15 seconds before this shit happened. And like I was going so slow getting off the highway that I saw all that shit. Like they used that nigga dodged the bullet the first time, not the second time, because that bullet was the size of a tire.
Nah, see, that's too crazy for me, bro. Once they spun out the first time, though, I would have got off the freeway. I'd have been out. Like,
Just like get out, take a break, take a fucking nap on the side of the road or something, reevaluate your life. I don't know. Like like somebody had it out for that nigga. Like he had an assassin somewhere. Like that shit was in the newspaper the next day. It's because the semi itself had a camera on it on the back of it, and you could just see how it fucking smashed his car in. Steven?
All right, my time.
Yes.
All right, so
hey, so just to answer you real quick, Houlihan locations is the one you said. There's one out there with you in Colorado.
Yeah, there's one in Denver.
Okay, so that one's not listed on the website, but Arkansas, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas. This should say Mars, my nigga.
Mars?
Yes, it definitely says Mars. Is this a fake website? Minnesota, Missouri, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Virginia.
There's two out here. There's one in Denver and one in Boulder.
Nigga, hold on, I gotta click this link. Why the fuck this shit say Mars though? Hey, that's crazy.
We got one on Mars?
That's what it say
Damn.
on the Gale crater.
So like on some Wikipedia shit, somebody just editing random shit into it.
This is on the Houlihan's website. I'm gonna call these niggas in the morning.
It's just crazy. If you ever go to if anybody ever checks out Houlihan's, get the chicken nachos. Shit is so good. They put cilantro on it. I love cilantro.
do they have beef?
Yeah.
No comment. Okay. Anyway.
The fuck?
So, this recently just happened. By the way, I'm not just trying to pull out a story out my ass. This really is like one of the insaneliest stories.
You can just tell a story.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys. You know how I bought a scalped Xbox Series X, right? Xbox Series S, like a month ago, right?
I do know. I wish I didn't.
So anyway, I had trouble getting my Xbox delivered to me. I waited like 17 or 20 days or so. I'm not gonna name the online shipping area where I bought it from, but they were like, "Hey, um, we're gonna give you a refund." I'm like, "Okay, cool. That means I can go on my trip with some of the homies that we're planning on in the next week." But anyways, so I I'm waiting for my refund. My refund never hits. I said, "Hey, what's going on with my order? I thought you guys said you were going to fix it." Turns out the guy who actually was supposed to send me my Xbox got caught wind and that I was trying to cancel the order. He ships his priority mail to me, and then uh, the place where I ordered this from ships a second one to me, no charge whatsoever. And I'm like, "Hey, what's going on? I was supposed to cancel my order." Like, we were like, "No, you're not supposed to be scalping on the website to begin with." So even though you bought essentially, you paid for the price of 2 Xboxes, we're gonna send you the other one, and you're gonna be able to keep that other one instead of returning it, because that's just more hassle on my part. So they were just trying to get done with my order. So in a way, I ended up getting 2 Xbox Series S's, and without like having to pay or send one back without having the conscience of me thinking that I'm just keeping this Xbox. I cleared the complete order and everything. That was pretty crazy. But
Hey, Kaho, do you know what he said? Did you understand?
He, the guy that he bought an Xbox from, didn't want. No, I didn't. He has 2 Xboxes now. That's all I know.
Yeah, okay, that's all that matters, really, to be honest.
Okay, cool.
anyways, yeah, pretty.
Hold up. What? Give me like 10 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right, cool. But all this being said, you couldn't just hit me with the Xbox. You had to give it to somebody else.
Would you have? Okay, hear me out, Jinsei. Would you have bought it? If I'm going through my list of contacts first, because I know who and who are gamers. I knew I was gonna get this one sold pretty quickly, as long as I said, "Hey, this is gonna." I wanted to sell it for like the at like regular price. I didn't want to like scalp it myself, because I don't really believe in that. I just wanted my extra money. You know what I mean? If I came to you like Jinsei, I have this other Xbox, would you actually accept it for the regular price of 300?
Yeah, why not?
Dang it, I would have. And then our other
All
buddy,
right.
our other buddy said the same thing. Like, I had all these different offers, just like first come first serve, and that kind of sucked.
Which, I mean, I understand, but if you would have just been like, "Hey, I got this Xbox," you would have came to me, your boy, before anybody else, and told me, "Hey, I got this extra Xbox. I give it to you for regular price." Well, I bet.
In my own defense, I was a little hyped about it, as you know how hyped.
You sure were, because you were telling everybody at work.
Anyways,
you didn't even tell me. You know who told me? Somebody else. Your goofy ass.
Didn't you say you hadn't seen him all week?
Well, I've been in.
I seen him on Tuesday. That's when all this occurred, basically.
Like,
he was too busy installing that camera to tell you.
I came in. I came home from work, right? So like this was Tuesday night. I think it happened. Like, I got it sold like within like 24 hours. It was crazy. But anyways, I opened my door. I turn around and check where all the mail. My dad normally saves me my mail. So like on the left side we have like 2 rooms when you walk in the door, and then when you continue on, there's a living room. So we have 2 small rooms before you get to the big living room. And then I look to the left where we normally have our packages, and I'm waiting for my Nest, which I ordered off of a website a few weeks ago. So I was like checking every night. I come home after work to make sure my Nest is not there. I was like,
Steven, when you order something, it gives you a tracking number. Why wouldn't you just track it to make sure it's not?
Because I never got a tracking number for the second Xbox. It just showed up. Like, I wasn't expecting.
That doesn't explain why you wouldn't just be like, instead of you coming home and be like, is it here? Why wouldn't you just look to see that it's been delivered on your phone and your email?
Because he got 2 rooms, nigga.
Because I already had the first scalped. I already had the first scalped Xbox, so I wasn't necessarily really keeping an eye out on my mail because in my eyes, I thought the order was complete, and I was like, okay, I'm out $300, right? Because I messaged the website where I got the order from, and they were like, you know what, we're gonna resolve it, and they basically said, yeah, it's all yours. I tried to figure out if I needed to return it or not. I'm all good.
Like, what's the point of having 2 rooms if you're just gonna check your phone to see if the shit was delivered already?
I forget a lot sometimes.
It was a joke, Steven, and also wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
Yeah, he was he was boosting you up there, Steven, but you ruined it. You lose.
Well, I lost so many times. I'm used to it. I'm good.
All right,
Next question.
get on with the shit. Come on.
Okay, question or
What you got in your mouth, motherfucker?
Chicken sandwich
From where?
from home. I made it.
Take a picture of it. Put it in the chat.
Nigga, I got like 2 bites left.
Take a picture of it. Put
Oh
it
my
in the chat.
Fucking
Post
god.
it up.
Over here making food. You better be cooking for me too when I come out there, bro.
You know
Is it
what
warm yet?
You know what I have to
Fuck
eat
no, it ain't warm. It snowed this morning.
in April?
Yep.
Y'all tripping out there in Colorado's.
I'm already thinking about swimming in my swimming pool in the backyard.
This nigga got 2 rooms and a swimming pool.
And a slide on top of that.
And a big
Water slide.
living room or some shit.
Anyway. Discussion topic number 3. What is the nerdiest thing you do in your spare time? The description says everyone has a secret nerdy side that only they can talk about at length.
Ain't nothing secret about the shit. Play video games, watch anime.
This is something you would discuss with some people you don't know, bro.
Well,
like,
I mean, I guess it would make sense to, like, if this was episode 1, or to, like, people who are tuning in for the very first time, like, this is the first episode that they're hearing some shit on about us. But most of the people who've watched the show already know what we do.
All right, we're just gonna go ahead and toss question.
Strike 2.
So, I got a pretty good one right now. Okay, I already looked at this discussion a little bit earlier. I thought it was pretty good, something unique and different that you generally don't hear talked about that often. And that conversation topic is: if you can teleport anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? Basically, if you had the power of teleportation, and kind of like that movie Jumper, where that guy can jump into any location until you start doing too much bad stuff and get noticed by the government and then come track you down, sort of situation. Where would you want to, like, just poof teleport to?
Thank you for spoiling Jumper. Why is this? Well, you like kind of pumped this up as like a unique question that nobody's ever heard before. What was that?
Well, you don't. I never seen.
Never mind, Stephen. Never mind. If I could teleport to one place, like, you mean like teleport between? Like, I have a save point somewhere that I can teleport to and from.
It has to be real and on the Earth. So basically, you can teleport to the water. You can teleport to the desert. You can teleport to a volcano.
I can't teleport to the sun, so I can end my existence and be away from you.
It would have to be on Earth, because if you teleport too fast,
damn it,
you just either like die, and
yeah, that was the point.
You would die instantly.
Yeah, that was the point. I wouldn't have to deal with Steven no more. If I could teleport probably my dad's house. I just go visit my dad because all my family's in Missouri, so I just teleport there so I can visit them whenever I wanted to.
move back to Missouri?
Like, because Missouri is full of U's.
Really?
Yeah, Republicans.
I never actually been. Like the furthest I've been is Virginia, but besides that, I've been to Colorado, and that's pretty much it. Like I'm a California cowtown homegrown city boy.
Good for you. Missouri is just, it's very much a red state, and I'm not a fan. I used to get pulled over all the goddamn time. I think I've told this story before, but, or not even necessarily story, but like this information. Like, I would get pulled over, like, on the block right behind my house, because I'm like, because I have to go around the backside because it's like a school loading area, and also like parking ordinances. You can only park facing one direction. So I'd go around the back way, and then turn onto my street. But since I'm like behind all the houses, like fences everywhere and shit, nobody can see anything. And I would get pulled over behind my own house, like I want to say 2, maybe 3 times a month. Somebody saying, "Hey, I smelled weed on your car as you drove by." So I went, like, nigga, I don't even smoke weed, so it's impossible. I'll let nobody smoke in my car. But yeah, all the goddamn time. All the like, I would be late for work, and my boss would joke like, "You get pulled over again, nigga?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did. Fuck you." But I did.
I remember getting pulled over once.
Yeah, you told the story like 6 times.
Was that when he went on the high speed chase?
Yeah. Low speeches, yeah.
The shit that we would have died if we.
Subject is being
Bro,
belligerent,
what was
drunk,
the?
probably has a gun. I'm gonna shoot his tires out.
Jinsei, were you?
What were we talking about?
Was I close to talking to you at work at that time, and like when that actually happened? Like, were we like cool back then, or when they like?
I'm guessing since Tiffany is involved in that, yes.
Because I think it definitely happened with Tiffany in the car. Because I remember that.
So wait, because you didn't mention that before. I thought you was in the car by yourself. Did he say he was in the car by himself?
The first time he told the story, well, the first and the second time he told the story, yes. The third, fourth, fifth, and sixth time he mentioned Tiffany.
So both y'all was in the car, just ignoring the police. Like, that's crazy to me.
Well,
That's
she was
crazy.
on her phone, and like I hate it. Like, no offense, I'm trying to be nice, and I'm not trying to continue on about talking about my relationship because I don't want her to find these episodes later on and like, hey, I want to divorce.
Just tell the damn story. Quit incriminating yourself.
Anyway, she's always on her phone. Well, we do talk a lot in the car too. But it's like also, it's like she wants the radio on all the time, and I'm trying to drive. I'm trying to focus on the road, and like it's like annoying because like after that
hold up. Are you one of them niggas who's like, turn the radio down? I can't see.
Yeah, I need to be focused, man.
Hey, I turn down the radio when I need to focus too. Like when you've seen the video where the dude turns down the radio when he's looking at the numbers on the house because for whatever reason you just can't focus playing your music loud.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. Focus, that's one thing. But just to drive?
Hey, I almost been in some serious car accidents one time. So
How? How does listening to music make you almost crash? You just be like fucking like getting hype as fuck in your car and like fucking letting your hands leave the steering wheel, trying to dance in your seat or some shit?
there was one time late at night I was going to Tiffany's like after work, and there was a four-way. There was a cross. So there's a highway. Jinsei, what is that like long stretch of road in by the when you go into Manteca? Is that actually a freeway or a highway?
I don't even know what you're talking about. Come on, man.
So I was on the roadway, right? Like a long strip of road. I cross it, right? A busy intersection. And I just gun it. And I got a car honked at me because, like, I'm going through cross traffic with no stop sign. And I can't believe I did get hit. But yeah, that woke me up. But nobody, like, I'd never caused an accident. At least I'm aware. At least that I'm not aware of.
If you had been in an accident at that point, you wouldn't have been at fault.
Sound like he didn't stop at a four-way though.
Well, he just said that he didn't have a stop sign, which is
No,
weird as
I
fuck
had a
because
stop
a
sign.
four-way always has 4 stop signs.
No, I had
That's what I'm saying.
I had a stop sign that the road that I was going straight when the road that wasn't going straight, it was going beside me. And that was a long strip of road. It was like where you can go like 55 on the highway. When I was crossing a highway intersection.
So you sped through a stop sign like a fucking maniac.
Yeah, but I looked back and made sure I did.
Nigga, there ain't no buts.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck? You trying to qualify that shit? Get the fuck out of
But
here.
I remember the car like blasting his horn at
Who
me.
cares what? There is no what. The what doesn't matter. You drove through a fucking stop sign unsafely.
I did.
Fucking idiot.
Well, but after that, I mean,
I hate that shit. I hate that shit because I've seen when I was a kid, I lived I want to say like 2 streets from a crossroad, and me and my brothers, sisters, and all of our friends, we would always play because there was like a park near the crossroad. We would always play near that crossroad. I swear, like every other week, you would hear somebody fucking like tires screeching against, trying to stop, and then somebody else like getting hit by the car. Like somebody, like there was a fucking accident so bad one time that the car flipped over and landed in one of our good friend's yard.
what?
Like if his brother or if his brother or his sister had been outside playing in the yard at the time, like just thinking about what could have happened to them just makes me fucking people who like run through stop signs. It's so fucking irresponsible. It's so fucking stupid.
That's Steven.
Because a lot of the times those 4-way stop signs, those are in residential neighborhoods. Like I understand yours wasn't at the time, but like I had to turn down the music so I can drive through this fucking 4-way. Like, come on, dude.
No, but that was back in like 2017 or 2018. But I haven't gotten honked in a long time.
All the way back in the years, the era gone past of 2018.
You told us a story like 10 episodes about somebody honking at you, and you was looking at them as they was looking at you, like you was gonna get out the car and do something.
Oh, that
Like
was,
you legit just told us the story.
no, that was a different. There was multiple times where I got honked at, but yeah.
I'm just saying. You said I haven't been honked at since then. You just said that
No.
was 3 years ago, but
But-
this shit happened like 2 months ago.
Nigga,
I'm just letting you know. Go ahead.
Are you expecting consistency? What is wrong with
No,
you?
I honked at
Don't
them.
be silly.
Remember,
Don't
I
be
said
silly.
the one that happened a few months ago. I honked at them.
You
Oh,
said
is that
they
what
honked.
happened?
He said they honked at him.
No, this guy.
Nigga,
was,
we got the shit recorded. Don't say no. What do you
anyway,
mean? Anyway. Oh shit! He caught me. Anyway.
guys,
Pull out the anyway.
anyways,
Bitch ass.
Jinsei, the nerdiest. Wait, anyways, your
You
question.
don't even remember the question. You don't even remember the question.
I got caught.
Right, you are something else.
Oh yeah, if you can teleport anywhere in the world, where would you go? You haven't answered yourself this one, Jinsei.
Well, given everything else, it'd probably be to another country so I can frolic about.
Wait. Can I interject here?
He just had to say.
Just
Go ahead.
just got to say the shit. Like you got a quota that you got to meet or something, or like your family's gonna be killed.
Pretty much, yeah. But anyway, would it be Japan?
Yeah, Japan will be one of them.
I knew it. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted. But
You fucking weeb. Steven's got your number.
go ahead, Jinsei. Sorry, I interrupted.
I hate you, Kaho.
Hey, I'm on fire. Okay, go ahead, Jinsei.
You are flaming as fuck. That's what.
I like shoot out flames left and right.
That's not what I was talking about.
No, I mean, like, I would just teleport to these other countries. I don't have to fly. That's pretty much it. That's honestly, it's just. I hate to say it, Steven. I hate to be the one to tell you. It's just a whack ass question.
Yeah, unlike the previous three, what is it, three that have been just like home runs.
This one was kind of like a strikeout.
This would
Question.
be strike 4. Just saying.
And it builds character for it builds good content. So, anyways,
Nigga, that's the opposite of what a bad question does. You're just saying words. Just ask the stupid ass question. Quit trying to qualify this shit.
what is one thing? What is one of the things you have on your bucket list? So basically, before you die, what is one thing you want to do before you kick the bucket, get buried 6 feet under?
Are you just like alliteration? Anyway,
Do you have a bucket list, Kaho? I feel like, and this might be just like to the detriment of my character, that like since I'm a person who doesn't really truly want shit outside of like comfort, like everything else is extra. So it's like I can't say, "Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do this." Like even me leaving the country to go frolic about is like, okay, I can do that, but I could also not do it.
yeah. No, even though like I know like family and other black people that do that shit, I call bucket list white people shit. Like I have no reason to like this is what unless I like if I was like a senator or like an official in government, maybe I would have a bucket list, but not necessarily like in terms of what I'm going to do before I die, more of like what I'm going to do before I leave office. But like I don't want to go fucking skydiving or any shit like that. This crazy ass shit that people put on their bucket lists, like the majority of shit that you'll see on a bucket list is like, I want to do this before I die. I want to do this thing that might kill me. Hell no. Ain't no fucking bucket list. Get the fuck out of here. That's white people shit.
And as the resident white person in the chat, Steven, why don't you answer the question?
All right, so my ultimate like thing I would do before I die is just have about like 6,000 games in my game collection, like authentic games. I'm not just talking about like emulators or whatnot. I want like real authentic games, and also every manga in the world that is in English as well. That would be cool.
Hold on. You're white? No, come on, Steven. A bucket list it has to be at least realistically attainable. Every English manga in the world.
Okay, that's a little too far fetched. Okay,
you think?
I would actually want a reasonable, like somewhere, like say if I end up going to get buy my own house, I would probably, like cars have been kind of on my mind lately, and I wouldn't mind like a nice, affordable, semi like pricey supercar, not like supercar like as like something like a Corvette like Jinsei has, but like a car like that.
I don't have a Corvette. I have a Camaro, but
Camaro.
Bitch. Corvette,
like
Corvette.
Somewhat of a like a little bit out of the reach of a normal person's, but like something a little bit like where it just might be reachable for someone like me. If
you know what's crazy? Steven has boasted to us in person how he seemingly, and I say this because I say like there's room to be wrong here, room for error, because maybe he just doesn't know, but it's plausible to have an 850 credit score, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Steven has an 850 credit score, I'm also pretty certain he has an account with like everything you said. That's as far as cars concerned. Like, I think the most expensive Corvette is like 92,000, fully loaded package.
Wait, that's it?
Like, it's really not. It's not what you putting like. Well, it's not what you putting down. Like you could probably get it on credit alone. Like honestly,
But then I would have to pay a mortgage.
Mortgage.
You don't pay mortgage on vehicles, you fool.
Wait, Jinsei, like, you don't have to answer this question, but like in the ballpark, like how much are you paying a month for your car?
I'm only paying like $280 a month.
That's it. But okay, how many years?
And you see how beautiful my shit is? I'll probably pay my car off in a year, Steven.
So,
Whether-
what dealership?
whether-
What dealership did you go to?
It's on my license plate. It's someplace in Sacramento. It's not like I didn't go to the Chevy dealership. You could, Steven, you can go to a Chevy dealership, be like, I want this car, but I want these options. So y'all got to customize it. And you would have a 0 mileage car if only you know your social security number.
Hey, I could get it from work. 200 a month.
I can have somebody else tell me my social security number.
Yeah. Like for real.
Honestly,
You got a social security card?
I was actually, you know,
He don't have it.
What the fuck?
you want to know a bizarre story? Like, I never had like a social security account like number like attached to me until like I was an adult, because like something happened. Like, this is totally bizarre. I didn't even know like this could happen, but I technically did not exist as a citizen until my adulthood, even though I should have had. It was like after the fact I was working, but like it was weird. If you ever met my dad, he can explain the whole situation, but like it was kind of crazy. I was like having some different.
You better hope I never meet your dad, brother.
Like, you sound like an anime character right now.
You better hope I never meet your dad. Because if I meet your dad, I'm asking him about all the shit you done said. I want to be fact checked. I'm gonna read his expressions. Because you know he ain't gonna be wearing no face mask. You know, he don't believe in that. And
I wear my
Hey, you
face
feel
mask
me?
now.
I know you do. You gotta go. You got to at work.
And
Pops be like, that's my office. I run this city. I don't
It
need to wear
goes.
no damn face mask. But anyway, I would read his facial expressions, and I'll be able to tell whether or not, you know, he's lying to me or if you're just lying. But not lying. I won't say you're lying. I'll just say you're ignorant.
Ignorant as
Blissfully.
fuck.
honestly, I don't like. I get it. Some people might think I'm lying, or like it's like. Maybe it's just I'm like that different of a person than most people.
I'm different. Yeah, I'm different.
Yeah, I don't think most people are just excessively stupid like you like
We-
just
We all
Damn, calm down, Kaho. Wait, that was me.
hold up.
The fuck? I didn't say that.
I'm just saying it's just like like the people who are like just out there ignorantly, they're not within reach. I can touch. I feel on you. You know he ain't got no nipples, Kaho.
Nigga, what?
Yeah, Steven ain't got no nipples. More I think about it, Steven is just kind of like
Deformed
maybe
as
he
fuck?
didn't have a social security number. Maybe he part of the Illuminati.
This
And if you
nigga,
hear
nah, this nigga's a homunculus. Somebody made his ass in a laboratory. This nigga is on some fucking Full Metal Alchemist shit.
his dad pops into the room, they're too close. No. It's time for you to shut it down.
Gotta fuse you with the family dog.
No, Nina.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Steven.
Shoot.
Steven. Okay, I'm about to say, bro. They got quiet, like, oh. They definitely.
They figured it out.
Actually, just say if you don't know what your question was, I actually have like a just freshly popped question in my little head.
What?
Why do people tend to go fast when they say like they have a Camaro? I'm not saying like a more high class car, like say like a car like mine, like a Chevy Cruze, right? It's a common car. It's like you see it everywhere. Like people tend to not really go fast, even though it can go fast. But people tend to go faster in like sports cars, more like your car. Like why is that? Like what is the aura of that?
It's not even about the aura. It's about statistics, right? It's like my car has more horsepower than yours. So while you may be able to obtain a speed of X, Y, and Z, I'm going to get there quicker and with less effort.
But you
My car is more aerodynamic than yours. I drive slow inherently. BWB, that's just what it is. I drive slow. But I've caught myself on multiple occasions within the past 3 weeks
Oh no.
just going 95 on accident. Like, it's like, oh, but it's legit where the space would be where my foot is on the pedal, pushed down, and my 300, I wouldn't be going as fast. In the that's just what it is. Like I drive with my big toe. I don't even put my whole foot into it. Just drive with my big toe.
Jinsei, can I give you some advice here?
What?
Whatever you do not be like our friends that get speeding tickets, okay?
I don't know anybody who's gotten one recently. Outside of like our AP Steven. But his shit, he literally has a car with 700 horsepower. Like legitimately. Also, his car, AP Steven, the one that's supercharged, full package, he pays $1,000 a month, I think. But
That's
it's
a little ridiculous.
But it's a $72,000 car. So I mean, you know.
So if you pay that much for a car, wouldn't like eventually eventually make it where it's not worth having? Because like it will wear down over time.
It depends on who you're talking to, because we're talking about people who their pride, they don't spend money on clothes, they don't spend money on video games. They work to have their car and to spend money on their car.
That's any car though. Like this reason they say like your car begins losing value as soon as you drive it off the parking lot.
This is facts.
Also,
Jinsei, can I give you some advice? Please stop at stop signs.
That one hurt, but I'll take it.
Damn right you will.
And with that being said, that concludes my my
segment.
Thank you. I was looking for that word. I'm a little tired. I was up early.
Steven's tired.
But I'm not sleepy. It's not Sleepy Town this week because I'm on fire with questions this week. Anyways, that concludes.
Nigga, says who?
Anyway.
That's like saying, hey guys, I'm funny. You ain't supposed to say that shit yourself.
That concludes the segment of the new Steven questionary. We're just going to call it Steven's questionary segment.
Steven's questionary. It is not good.
That's not how you pronounce questionnaire.
Not good. Questionary. That's Steven's segment, bro. You gotta let him name it however he wants to name it.
The questionary. I don't know how to pronounce questionnaire.
Questionary.
All right. You guys
Steven.
Why are you hyping this thing for his dumb ass?
Hey, did you feel him rocking back side to side just now too? You felt him?
You know it.
I thought it was because he's like early onset Parkinson's disease. Michael J. Fox here in the next couple years.
I do have a story time with Steven. If you
Spin City was I love Spin City. Like Michael J. Fox is actually a really good actor. I don't know why I diss on him. I think when I was a kid, in fact, Michael J. Fox was the first name of an actor that I actively remembered as a kid. Like not even fucking like The Rock or like Dwayne Johnson. I didn't like none of that shit. It was Michael J. Fox. It was the very first name that I could pull out of a hat at any moment if you were to ask me when I was a child. What were you gonna say, Steven? Whatever. What?
I do have a story that happened to me this week.
Go ahead. This is a Steven-centric episode, apparently.
No, just trying to get some new content. Anyway,
Just tell the story.
so you know those smackers, those like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that you get frozen?
Smuckers, but yes.
Smuckers.
Smack.
So
They just changed the fucking logo. On the front is just some dude getting the shit slapped out of him.
I'm eating lunch before a work day. I think it was Monday. I have a late shift, so I normally tend to eat like hour before I go to work just to get my body in a system so I don't have a migraine later on if I don't eat. I noticed lately I get migraines when I don't eat. But anyways,
It's a lack of glucose.
okay, so I could be gluten free.
No, that's not what glucose is. Your brain needs sugar. Glucose is sugar. That's why, like, when people don't, there's two things that'll give you a headache when it comes to consumption or lack thereof: glucose and water.
Which I've been drinking a lot of water lately, so it's got to be the other one.
Continue with your story, nigga.
So, this is the first time I had smackers in a while.
Smuckers.
In a while. So like, you know, it's frozen. The thing is, like, I try to eat it. This thing is frozen, right? Because I thought they were thawed out. So I put it on a plate, and then I put it in the microwave. I put it on for 15 seconds. Shoot, it's not hot yet, or it's not like, you know, temperature ready yet. So I turn that thing up to a minute, right? I pull it out.
This is stupid as fuck. I just know. Just stupid as hell. Go ahead.
Pull it out, right? I take a bite of it, and it's like a million times hot, right? Like I burned my mouth. Like I was like, oh shoot, and then
You deserve it.
yeah, I know. And then all the jelly got liquefied, and then it sprayed all over my hand, and it burned my hand. Thankfully, no scars on my hand, but it left me a tiny, tiny little burn mark on the left. I'll show Jinsei it later on if he ever wants to see the little burn mark on my left.
Take a picture of it and put it in the chat. What are you talking about?
It's like okay, I will. But anyways, it's like a little dot. But man, that was so scary. Like I never felt that hotness in my mouth before at all. Like it's like
A lot about Tiffany.
but jelly gushed all. Okay, so I was eating on my island. We have an island in our kitchen, and that's where I normally eat my lunch. And then it just like gushed all over my hand. It gushed all over the island.
Gosh.
Gushed.
It sucked. And then my mom was asking me questions. Like I was like yelling at her, like, "Mom, I just burned myself. Like, calm down." My mom was like,
"Oh no, you were yelling at your mom."
She was yelling.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot you're white. Sorry, go ahead.
Listen,
Yeah.
She was like, "Steven, what is going on?" I was like, "Mom, I just burned myself. Like, I can't do anything right now because
I just burned myself, bitch."
Because I couldn't. Like, she was asking me, my mom was trying to ask me like 15 million questions at a time, and I'm like, "Mom, I just burned myself. Give me a minute to go to the faucet to rinse cold water on it." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" Like,
give me a towel, you fucking whore!
And she was asking if I needed help. I just needed to get to the water, but it took me a minute to register what just happened. Yeah.
Give me a towel, you fucking whore. It's a crazy ass statement. I'm just letting you know.
Anyways,
hey, you seen that what is it? Griffey, right? He made those videos about like the white guy interacting with his mom while his
Yeah.
is over.
Yeah.
Get out of my room, bitch, whore, slut, trick, while she's talking to him.
With that being said, I'm all out of interjections.
Stop saying the word interject. It doesn't make you look smart. It's not a complex word that no one has ever heard of. It's not a college word. Fuck.
Alright, I thought it sounded cool.
It doesn't. You don't. Ever. No matter how much Jinsei pumps you up. Jinsei.
Interject. Steven interjects.
Oh, gosh.
Gush.
You don't realize how hot that smacker was, okay?
Smuckers. Smuckers.
And by the way, it was grape flavored.
It was great flavor.
I wasted.
By the way, it was the original, the one that most of them are. It was the standard. It was the norm.
Purple.
I always go for strawberry myself.
I have strawberry preserves for my sandwiches. And toast. I like strawberry preserves on toast as well.
Gush.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. Do you guys have anything you want to interject today?
If you say interject one more fucking time, Steven, you're off this podcast.
I'm sorry, I had to do it. Yeah, go
You know,
for it.
you're going to
guys.
have to do it on a different podcast pretty soon.
I hand you guys the mic.
Fucking role playing over here. Jinsei, you said you had something you want to talk about.
I did not. Did I?
Yeah. No. I'm putting
I
it
just
on
wanted
you.
to talk about. I just wanted to talk about how Steven does a timestamp. So if you look at the video and you see Caden's name mistyped 112 times after in the title, it says his name correctly. I ain't did the comment section or the what is it called? The info box or whatever
Description.
on the YouTube channel before, but I'm assuming that the name of the video, the title of the video is there while you're typing in the goddamn timestamps.
See, now I assumed that he just did it all by like text or speech to text, because like it'll have like the weirdest versions of some words in there for no fucking reason at all. Like instead of Jinsei, it'll actually be Jinsei with an Say. Like how do you forget how to spell his name properly? Like 80 times.
Jinsei is spelled J-I-N. Listen, I have only slept like 4 hours and I've been okay. Anyway, it's Jinney.
Literally, my name. Literally, my name is in front of him.
Jinney.
Listen.
Literally in front of him.
Where
right
the fuck is Forrest Gump?
Jinsey. Okay.
No, you
No.
dumb mother. Oh my god, you're so stupid.
I accept it.
Nigga, how did you meet this person? Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Walmart, baby. It's Walmart. He wasn't. He was born,
It makes sense.
bred by it.
Gosh, it makes sense. It's so terrible.
Also, I guess you're copying and pasting the social medias, but mine has changed, Steven.
Oh, what?
You should probably pay attention to things like that.
Oh yeah, on the topic of social media, Nick, why is your name at the top? You need to move that shit.
Okay.
You are not the fucking face of this podcast.
His name wasn't at the top on that one. It was Caden's.
Yeah, it
Caden's
was-
name. Was
I-
on top.
Yeah. But Caden is the special guest. That's fine. I don't mind the guests being like the lead, the star of the show, whatever. But nigga, why is your name always at the top? Put it at the bottom.
I just
People don't-
copy and paste each description.
Yeah, well, fix that shit and then start copying and pasting it correctly.
I'll make sure it's here. This now I'll do it. Kaho, Jinsei, and me.
Yeah, it do sound better. It sound better than me.
You're so fucking egotistical. It's crazy.
Kaho and the Night Sky Podcast.
You just another podcast and search a Kaho.
By the way, there's something I kind of wanted to test out with this video. I'm going to kind of researching on how to gain views for the podcast, and I'm going to just do the entire tag, go over like all 500 tags, since we don't necessarily use tags as of this moment. I'm going to just have the tag V 500 times and see if anybody does use the word V, and see if we can get any extra views off that.
Is V a word?
Like no, the letter V. Like I'm just gonna go like five. The maximum cap of a tag in a video is 500 keys. So I'm gonna just go V V V V V V V V V
Why?
and see if it would
Why?
actually gain more views.
Do people search for V V V V V V V V? Like, do they
No.
search for a spammed letter?
They just say you type in the letter like you look up Virginia and it'll give the letter V to ours because it triggered the algorithm.
All right. First of all, this is like bottom tier content right here. I apologize for anyone who's listening to it, but nigga, we are not high enough in any algorithmic sense that typing in the letter V would pop us up anywhere. That's stupid. It doesn't make any damn sense at all. It would be much more of a much better idea to put in more than one tag that isn't just the letter V or some stupid shit like that, so that we can come up, or there's a chance that someone will actually see us when they're looking for something specific. This isn't like we don't have 1 million subscribers. Don't be stupid.
You're right.
I usually am. Shut up, nigga.
You good? I'll defend my
Counsel it, nigga.
I'll defend you, Kaho.
What'd you say?
Don't defend me. Gross.
Did you say counselor?
No,
What?
I said I'll defend you, Kaho.
No, I'll say Kaho.
He was talking to me. No, I didn't say that. Don't listen to that part in the playback.
You sure did. Okay, I see what we doing. Okay,
Yeah, what you talking about? I ain't say shit.
Okay, all right. I see you, nigga.
Don't quote me, boy. I ain't said shit.
I see you, nigga. I see what you're doing. Okay. Say less, King. Say less, King. I got you, King.
Just drawing attention to it. You're gonna make shit worse.
So, anyways,
Can't be vulnerable with everybody.
All right, Jinsei, I'm gonna put you on the spotlight right now.
You could try.
I'm gonna put you in the spotlight because he's the one who runs shit around here, bitch. Corvette.
Have you been training to kick Caden's butt in basketball? On his
I don't need to train to beat Ayotunde Skitty Bobo Kajipai.
After he settles down with the married life, I would like to bring him back on the show.
Why would I wait? Why would he's not even going on like a true honeymoon, bro? Like, come on, we're talking about Caden here. He's saving all that for later when the world opens up.
I hear
this nigga don't really know Caden that well.
Correct.
You should
add
me on friends list.
I mean, if he wants like another stressful ass person on his friends list, I guess.
So,
start messaging him, telling him, "Hey, Caden, I got like 20 ideas for the episode." Like, you just bring him up in the episode. Shut up. Quit saying that. This is some behind the scenes shit for anybody who's wondering.
I feel like Caden will reciprocate that better than you would because you hear it all the time. So.
Yeah, but that's why I said he's going to bring it up 1 million times. Anybody would get tired of hearing that shit. Except for you, because you're a Steven simp for some reason.
I'm a sympathizer. It just yeah, it happens.
I kind of like how you worded that.
It was not what I meant.
It isn't what he meant. He tried to get me, but he ain't gonna get me.
It's okay. I'm a Kaho simp.
I'ma get ya. I'ma get ya.
I like that you're a Kaho simp. I like that, actually.
That's gross. Like, I'm canceling my OnlyFans. I don't want any more simps.
So,
could you date a woman who has an OnlyFans?
It depends on what the content is, to be honest. Because, like, it's not all, like, getting fucked by big, thick cocks on OnlyFans. I mean, if it was, like... Because I know, like, podcasters, for example, who have OnlyFans for, like, strict content. They treat it like Patreon. And then you have, like, people who are like, yeah, this is a... inside information, but you can only get it on OnlyFans. That's cool. But like, she's trying to get fucked or trying to get a naked nudes and shit. Nah, I couldn't do that. I'm too much of a selfish person for that.
So you like just the nudes, like she's not really having sex up on there, but
Sexual shit in general, I couldn't, like, I don't
so
share.
she was on there posing in a bikini or some really like tight booty shorts, like just shaking her ass for a little bit.
I would, because I would be like, yeah, that's my.
Nigga, no, you wouldn't. So shut up.
Steven would make 10 accounts and subscribe to his. Come on, bro.
No, he would be like, "This is a sin. You're gonna go to hell." I don't think like I don't find it objectionable. Like, it doesn't bother me that people do it. So, and that's the only reason why I'm like hesitant to answer the question, is because I don't want it to come off as like I'm some sort of Puritan, because I'm not. I don't care if people do it. It's fine. In fact, like, I encourage that type of shit because like it's a confidence boost for a lot of people. Some people really like getting that attention and having people coming to them and saying these things like this. It's something that can elevate people. However, nigga, in a relationship, I don't share. So I would not be okay with it.
Okay, so let's say she stops her OnlyFans as she enters a relationship with you, but the content is still there.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it probably wouldn't happen.
Even though like she was like a perfect girl, I'm not trying to like you're.
No, I'm saying if she's going to leave the content there, like if that is the linchpin going into this relationship, it's not going to happen.
She generated $1 million though, Kaho. You gotta let her.
Like, what the fuck is she doing with me?
It happens every day in life. She stumbled upon you upon Facebook and was like, "Nah, this is the one for me. I'm gonna have to leave the OnlyFans behind, but I have to wait until
All
they
right,
kick
well,
me off for not posting anymore."
in that case, nigga, that's called an extenuating circumstance. This bitch got millions of dollars. Okay, fine. Leave your shit up there. I don't care.
So let's not say millions. Let's say that she made a decent amount of money with her OnlyFans.
What is a decent amount? You got to be specific.
What's a decent amount to you?
It's important. Niggas, I'm asking you.
It's relative to you, not 5K. We're talking bigger than that.
20 grand a month.
I don't know. Like,
let's say that she accumulated like
accumulated or is accumulating.
No, accumulated.
Meaning, like, is she getting anything off of this going forward? Is my question.
The longer she leaves it up there for somebody else to come by and be like, I'm just gonna swoop up on this, because I believe that's an interesting technique to get your subs up. Hey, all this content is about to fucking disappear. Subscribe while you can, because my man's told me I got to leave, and I'm doing what my man said or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Either way, this is what I'm getting at. Either way, it's gonna be in your mind that this existed at one point. Somebody else has the nudes of your girls, whether you know that they, you can look at her subscribe list or not. Somebody else has it.
I mean, that doesn't bother me. Like, think about it. Most people have like some shit on the internet that they want scrubbed from the internet. That is never getting scrubbed from the internet. Like some nigga in a fucking basement somewhere has Brandon's nudes just tucked away in a file.
I'm trying to figure out how he got them.
This is Jinsei's dick. Like, he's got that shit tucked away in a file somewhere, and every now and then he looks at it, licks his screen, whatever the fuck, and then puts it back. So it's out there. And he posts that shit.
Talking to you, Shane.
Hold up.
Oh, Sugar Bear, no.
Why do people even do that? Like, say 5-10 years ago, people still have like stuff like that tucked away in a folder that they may or may never use again.
We'll have
Nigga,
to get Jared on here to answer that question.
why do people collect manga that they're never gonna read again?
Actually, I've been kind of selling my manga.
It's not what I asked you. You're collecting video games, right? You're not gonna go back and play every single video game that you have.
True.
So why you're asking a question that you already should have the answer for?
And you got me again.
Of course I did. Who do you think I am?
I'm just trying to figure out why, like, you would be so against this person actively having an OnlyFans. Well, you say you're selfish. Okay, I get it. Nobody's touching her. It's you. What if she's like, "Hey, get up on here, Big Daddy. I want you to, help me. We can make $2 million by tomorrow if we
No, I'm
do
good.
some hard."
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just not that type of person, dog.
Okay, I just
I mean, like, some niggas like licking feet. What the fuck do you want from me?
I'm just saying, bro. You gonna lick somebody's feet?
I have in the past. I ain't gonna lie.
You licking Rosario Dawson's feet for sure,
Nigga.
What?
All right, you remember when we was talking about Alicia Keys, right?
Yes.
And you was like, I want to taste your journey.
Yes.
Nigga, that's Rosario Dawson for me, okay?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, in realistic terms, I'm just not that type of person. I'm not even talking about feet. I'm talking about the OnlyFans shit. The, like, posting more nudes and shit up there. Like, unless there is an extenuating circumstance, this bitch is bringing in bank, is not something that I want to be a part of. It just isn't.
So you wouldn't actually wife a porn star.
Hell nah.
And that
Again,
means you can never wife a stripper.
Again, not because I think it's an invalid thing. Like I think prostitution should be legal, quite frankly. I think it should be legal, taxed, and regulated. Like, I'm 100% behind sex work. I'm 100% behind strippers. 100% behind people on OnlyFans. I just do not want to be involved in a relationship that has those things attached to it. Like, it's like saying I'm fine that people like to eat fucking black licorice.
Disgusting.
I just don't want to eat it. Like, it's just not for me.
I was just like, you came off a little bullish at first.
What do you mean?
It was like, hold up, Kaho don't support the cause? What's going on?
Nah, Nick. I qualified it. I already said that before. Like, I already said, I have no problem with people that do the OnlyFans shit. I really don't.
You could just be saying that.
But I don't, though. Like, all right, one of my friends goes by the name Jay. She is she's a transgender woman, does OnlyFans, streams, and all that shit. And I'm 100% behind all of her decisions. Like, if she ever needs encouraging, I'll encourage the shit out of her.
That's what's up.
Does she get a lot of views?
Hell yeah, she gets a lot of views. Man, I think she just got another sponsor the other day. Like, fucking Gamer Sups sponsors her. What is it, like the DX racer chair bullshit? They sponsor her. Like,
no way.
She has a ton of sponsors. Like, always has between, I want to say, like 500 and 1,000 viewers on Twitch. Like, it's nuts. I've known her for years.
Hey, that's what's up. I'm just saying. My original point was, it's like, how can you not wife a porn star? How about a retired one, Kaho?
I don't know, man. See, like talking about it and then actually doing it are two different things. Like if I was with this person, right, and I was able to like get to know them, understand that like I can let a person's past be the past unless you like murdered somebody. That's a little bit different.
Murder
Um
somebody in self-defense?
sure, let's say that. Um so like the concepts themselves don't bother me. It's what is actionable while we're in a relationship. If she like used to be a stripper, used to be a porn star, whatever, but and no longer has any ties to that industry, and just so happens like we get along fucking just fine. Like we click all that shit. Like we got shit in common, like the basics of a good relationship, then yeah, I can see myself looking past it. But if it's still like a prevalent thing in that person's life, if it's still something like oh, you got a phone call from the fucking porn agency trying to get you back again. No, I ain't trying to, but yeah, but you got a phone call. Like if it's something that is out in front and I have to see and interact with and deal with that shit, then no, I don't want any part of it. I just don't.
Well, I don't know. All I'm saying is, it's like I'll probably be laying in bed, and be like, "Hey, put on one of your videos."
Yeah,
What?
so you can watch another man fuck your wife
Hey,
again.
the past is the past, brother. I got you
Mm,
now. That's what it is
all
to
right.
me.
If you all right, all right. I just like I don't know. It's just not a thing that appeals to me.
I wonder if that's like super weird of me.
What that you want to be a cuckold? No, it's not weird. It's actually a pretty common fetish nowadays.
I think it's not. It's not. I'm not being cucked. I'm just saying.
Whoa.
I'm just saying. Like, let's say you messing with a girl, and she just so happens to have an old video of her that she recorded herself. I'd be like, hey, let me see it.
With another dude.
Yeah. The
Like if
fuck?
she was just like, okay,
Jinsei,
cuck.
has that ever happened?
No, Steven. I'm just saying, hypothetically.
Do you hear the serious tone that he came at you with? Jinsei, has that ever happened? Asking for a friend.
Just kind of curious.
But yeah. So it's just like, yeah, I just wanted to know. I just wanted to get your views upon it real quick. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like
Like,
again, the concepts don't bother me. Like the whole cuckold porn thing, I'm fine with it. I just like hell, like when I'm saying like Deku deserves to have his girl taken away from him because he's a little bitch. Like the course that implies cucking, right? I mean, yeah, take into consideration that him and Ochaka, whatever the fuck her name is, aren't actually in a relationship, but people ship them together quite often. They're basically married in my mind. So like I sort of advocate for it in a sense. It's and it doesn't bother me. Like when I like if I go trolling for hentai and shit and I see that shit on there and be like, damn, yeah, fuck Deku. Not literally, but figuratively, because you're fucking somebody else and he's watching. That's fine. That's fine to me. It doesn't bother me. It's just when I insert myself into the equation, it takes on a whole new meaning. It's like do you want to watch somebody go skiing? That's fine. You want to go skiing? Hell the fuck no, I don't want to go skiing.
skiing, bruh.
Yeah, I ain't trying to go skiing. Fuck that.
Snow skiing or water skiing?
What a stupid question. I'm landlocked in a mountainous state.
Wait,
What do you think?
They don't have lakes in Colorado?
Of course they have lakes. What do you think I'm talking about?
So you're saying that you don't want to go?
No type of skiing, Steven. Let's just fucking put a pin in that one in your stupid ass question.
But look, Bro, I don't even know. The skiing, Steven with the skiing shit, the shit threw me off, bro. It threw me off. It threw me off. I don't know.
I enjoy snow skiing.
Good
It's
for you.
there's
Just say,
just like
how do you feel about cuck porn? How do you feel about that shit?
I feel like first of all, I feel like your name is not Jinsei, Steven. Chill out for a second. You have your turn.
Nigga, he had a whole segment.
Yeah. I feel like there's one really good one that I enjoy. It's Gianna Michaels scene.
Gianna Michaels.
Fucking legend. Where she goes and like her man's too scared to ask the black dudes for weed, so she goes up to them and asks to see if they sell weed. And then they're like, nah, but you can get the dick. You know what I mean? Like, and then they like go off and then he sits there and he watches. Like, that's a really good one. Some of the shit just seems like far too unrealistic though. Like it just, But
The ones that always like is just unbelievable to me is like I'm on the phone having a conversation with this nigga while I'm getting fucked by somebody else.
but people really get slutted out like that though.
I mean, like I don't. It's more of like the whole like the person on the other side of the phone never realizes what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, what about all the slapping and grunting and like
the
ambient sound noises and shit?
Okay, but haven't you ever been in a situation where you was like, nah, that can't be what's happening right now? So you just force yourself to ignore the obvious?
Nigga, do I ever? You've known me for way too long to know that is not a thing that I do.
You could have done it once and then, you've never done it since then.
No, I have always been very much an over analytical person.
I don't know. That might be it could have been something that traumatized you to the point that made you the way you are.
Are you trying to imply that a girlfriend of mine at some point was getting fucked while I was talking to her?
I'm not saying
What?
that necessarily. I'm saying some shit bad with the family, anything like that. Some shit where it's like everything lines up, it's in your face, but you're like, nah, it can't be like this. This can't be what it is. This isn't what's about to happen.
I mean, like with the extent to which like the human brain is understood at this point, which is not very well, I cannot in full like good faith say that it has never happened to me, but it is not something that I, as a person who is like very much like paying attention to himself at all times, who is like cognizant of the shit that he does, the shit that he says, and analyzes the situations that he's in probably too much. I cannot say it is something that I know has ever happened to me. Is it possible? I guess, if you're gonna like paint with that broad of a brush, but is it something that I think personally has ever happened to me? No.
Okay, and that's fair. But for you to be completely dismissive of it happening initially, I was just like, you gotta really don't just think about the shit when it comes to the whole girlfriend being smashed on the phone thing. Fuck that.
That's what we talked about, though. Wait,
No,
are you saying that you want me to give these long diatribic answers every time you ask me something that has like some sort of open into it? Because I can do that. I like the sound of my own voice.
Kaho, stop. Anyway, look.
Talk to me, Kaho.
Like for real, like honestly, you probably did it before in your youth, and you were just like traumatized by some shit, and then you're like, you know what? Never again. I'm going to take everything at face value.
It's possible.
That's all I'm asking for.
Okay.
That's all I'm asking for.
All right. It's possible, nigga. It's possible. Does that feel good? Does that feel good? It's possible. How does that feel good on your budding little bosoms?
Hey, you better stop it. You're gonna make me act up. Steven, what was we asking? What was we asking, Steven?
I honestly don't know, but go ahead and shoot me a question. Okay.
What was the question, Kyle?
How do you feel about cuckold porn?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, Steven, how you feel about that?
Honestly, this is gonna be
He don't know what it is.
Hold on. This is gonna be an answer where Kaho's gonna hate me and I'm gonna lose Kaho points. But and
Like a given at this point.
I don't really know. I like not my thing.
Wait, why
Okay,
would I
so
hate you for that?
yeah, exactly, because he's over analyzing everything when it comes to you because that's Daddy Kaho. Anyway, so I guess the better question is: back when Big Bang Pops didn't know about you jacking it off, what did you go to?
Everything under the sun.
Not everything. If you don't know what fucking cocoa porn is,
Okay.
so
well, I thought you guys already like kind of knew my alley.
no, we're asking you.
You've never actually been specific about it. You've been a dodgy little rat.
Okay, there we go. I typed it in chat because I don't want
You can just say it. Just say it. Say the word. Say the fucking word, Steven. You're a grown ass man. In your 30s.
Lesbian.
Oh
his voice quivered.
Lesbian?
You know what's crazy about that?
What?
Lesbian porn don't do shit for me.
Me either. I find this shit boring as fuck.
Like, okay, I was like, you know what? You know what really ranks above that? If one of the girls is a fuda.
Like, yeah, for real. And I'm not even into like the whole fuda shit. Like there's penetration going on. Like you need.
You need penetration.
Yeah, it's got to be there.
You ever been watching a porno and it's like that weird camera angle where it's just a dick going inside? You're like, wait a second, I recognize that dick. No, just me.
No, just you, nigga. Just you and Jared. That's it. You and Cotillion, nobody else.
Yeah, we had that conversation before. But
hold up.
What?
Do you guys still are in contact with this Jared person?
Yeah.
Why don't we bring him on as a guest?
I tried. He hasn't responded. He ignored that actually. So I don't think it's his lane. I don't think he wants to do it. Even though he listens. Because he's always wondering why you're such a punching bag.
Well,
do you know that Steven admitted to me that he likes it? Kaho?
Nigga, I told you a long ass time ago, like I want to say a month and a half. This nigga probably enjoys it.
Yeah.
So all the people out there saying Kaho's so mean, shut the fuck up.
All right, so let me get to the shits on this man's answer real quick. What do you say, Kaho? What's his favorite type of porn?
Lesbian?
Don't you think that it's weird that Steven enjoys lesbian porn? Given his stance on the homosexual community as a whole?
I would actually say no. I actually think that it's very telling. I mean, like you always hear in the fucking news story, you always hear there's some pastor who's just like railing against homosexuality in his church is just like, all the fucking gays need to die, and then he fucking appears in the newspaper caught giving some dude a blowjob in a fucking Wendy's bathroom somewhere. It's projecting, man. It's projecting.
I guess. I've always thought it was weird that people who their stance, and I'm going to give you, a little wiggle room here, Steven, is I understand your lifestyle, but it's just not for me. I don't really support it. But they like lesbian porn because they like to see two women fucking. Like
they don't mind. Like they in person, or when it comes to like when you're questioning their morals, it's just like, yeah, I don't like the gays. But then when it comes to sexualizing those people, oh, they're all for it.
It's like it's not the real thing, if that makes sense.
No, it don't make sense.
It don't make sense because it's like a tongue of a woman going into a vagina, nigga. What do you mean it's not real?
Scissor me timbers. Yeah, you stop. I said it with the intent of really truly exposing you, but let's not because yeah, it's bad for business.
Daddy Kaho, take it away.
Bitch, if you call me daddy again, I swear to fucking God, Steven.
Sorry,
Cut it out.
Jinsei got me on a roll tonight.
You keep saying these things. I'm on a roll. I'm on fire. What kind of roll is it? Like a fucking cinnamon roll? Because there ain't no fucking roll going on here. And what type of fire are you talking about? Because like shit ain't hot. Shit ain't hot. Men not hot.
Well, men's not hot.
Men's not hot. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Steven.
Maybe I'm better off just pouring out.
It's just you're hyping yourself up for no fucking reason, and it's really confusing. Like I don't know. Maybe people like it. Maybe people like it. Maybe they do. Just as a person who has experience when it comes to entertainment, man's not hot, nigga. Like what? I don't know what to say.
People probably like it, bro.
People probably like it. Maybe. I mean, people like weirder shit, I guess. It's
What's
just
the
weird
weirdest? What's the weirdest shit you done seen, Kaho? What's the weirdest porn you done?
Weirdest porn?
Yeah, the weirdest, like some weird, you know, like you know what? You know what? Let me close this tab before. You know what I mean? Like, we about to expose ourselves.
Yeah, no. Don't mention anything illegal. First of all,
yeah.
I think like if we're talking strictly weird, it involved, and like I fucking hate clowns.
Oh, no.
My nigga Gibby.
But it involved clowns and a bunch of fucking water balloons.
What?
Water balloons filled with what, brother?
With water, I would assume.
Hold up, Kaho. Hold up.
Kaho. It was a sexy clown girl?
Nigga, there ain't nothing sexy about clowns.
was it, like, bruh? If it was a
like,
thick-ass clown lady, come on, bruh.
It was like a train wreck, dog. I just couldn't look away from it. Despite the fact that I don't want to see a train wrecking, I don't want to see clowns. I couldn't look away from the shit.
Hey,
but yeah,
you got off to that though.
No, I just watched it.
Nah, Brad. Nah. You watched it in its entirety?
Yeah. Well, not like beginning to end, just like the actual actionable parts.
Hold up, dog. Hold up.
Okay.
Like I didn't watch the part where they were filling up the water balloons. It was just like, all right, let me skip to the middle. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hold up. What the fuck?
I gotta ask you a question.
All right.
Back a few years ago, YouTube was going through like this whole thing about the killer clown. Did those videos terrify you?
No.
You know what I'm talking about, though, correct?
Yes, I do. No, they didn't terrify me. Like somebody going around fucking assaulting people dressed up as a clown, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me more than somebody going around and just assaulting people in everyday clothing. You just add some fucking clown makeup to it. It's just a person trying to hide their identity while they commit a crime. No, it doesn't terrify me.
Were those actual like crimes, or were they?
Yes, they made national headlines.
There was the lesser ones though, where remember the Facebook prank series. But you remember the one video where they ran into some black people and they was like, we jumping you niggas instead. Like that's how that goes. Like, and it's just a jump around, but people always like, oh, like when the fucking when the KKK marched through what was it, Charleston in North Carolina? What was it, like last year, I think?
It wasn't last year, it was a couple years ago, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right? Like people are like, oh, that's such like, but I was like, these motherfuckers are like very selective. Like they're not going through the streets of Oakland, marching through there and they wife. No,
nigga, of course not.
No. Like that shit. But it used to be where you can go to, back in the day, they would go to a black neighborhood and it would just be like a big shit is different now. You're not going, they're selective. They don't just appear in fucking Richmond, California, where the death rate normally is just fucking high for no reason. It's gonna be even higher that day. Gonna be a bunch of dead motherfuckers in some outfits laid out in the middle of the street. Like I've always been like okay, they walked through the neighborhood where all the old ass people are in fucking North Carolina. Okay. All right, cool. That's good. Go to the hood though. Let me see that. That's what I want to see. But anyway, going back.
It's never gonna happen. Cowardly ass niggas. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah. The clowns. Like you wanna so what is it about clowns that does it for you, Kaho?
That it's the opposite. I don't
like that is it a phobia? Is that what you're telling everybody? Okay.
It's called thanatophobia. And it stemmed from when I was a kid. I want to say like 6, maybe 7. My dad is who got me into horror movies, and like he would go and rent movies from like Blockbuster and shit. And he rented a movie, and I put it in, not knowing what the shit was. I just thought, it's just a fucking movie. Put the shit in by myself. Like everybody's outside playing. I'm inside because I wasn't feeling good or something. I had fever. All right, so and that's very important. I had a fever while the shit was while the shit happened. So I'm like fucking woozy and like how when you're a kid and you get a fever, you're basically like a little fucking hallucinating piece of shit. Yeah. So I put this movie in and I sat back completely dark in the living room aside from the TV. Like the door is open, like people are outside, so like I can see my dad, my uncle Mike, my uncle Vincent sitting on the porch, right? And so I'm watching this movie, all the lights out, all except for like the light over the kitchen stove. All the lights in the house are out because you ain't wasting money. Put the videotape in, press play, sit down, lean back against the coffee table. The movie starts playing. The movie is called Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Mm-hmm. So,
what?
I'm watching the shit. The opening scene. I don't remember it like scene for scene or take for take. But what I do remember is that like my stomach hurts a little bit, and like everything is waving around. Like I'm in a you're seeing like an oasis in a desert and you can see like the heat lines moving and shit. Like everything is wavy to me because I'm sick. And like the light from outside where my dad is disappears. The light from the kitchen, the stove, or the light over the stove disappears. The couch on the left side of me and the chair on the right side of me disappear. The only thing that I at the time remember seeing is the TV in front of me, and the TV is slowly getting closer to me, slowly drawing near. And on the TV is the fucking movie is playing, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. In the scene, there is one of these alien clowns that catches this lady and like fucking drags her back to his spaceship where he begins like wrapping her in cotton candy or some shit like that. And me all the while, keep in mind, the TV is just getting closer and closer and closer to me. And like it's to a point where I can't see anything but what is going on the TV. Like I can't see the buttons on the TV. I can't see the little figure that we had sitting on top of the TV. Somebody had like a Ronin Warriors action figure sitting up there. Like I can't see anything but the TV. It has dominated my field of vision. And when it becomes point of view like that, it just feels like I was in the movie at the time. Like I was the one being wrapped up by this fucking clown. And then like he fucking jabs this razor sharp straw, silly straw bullshit into the cocoon that is now encased around this person and begins drinking the blood from them. So in my mind, I'm now wrapped up, getting fucking drained of my blood by this clown. Dog, I was fucking terrified. I was horrified. I couldn't move. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't. Like, it was so fucking surreal at the time. Like, I didn't even make it all the way to the end of the movie. I think I passed out at some point. And from what I was told, like, my dad picked me up and took me to bed. But and like ever since, I cannot do clowns. I can't.
Okay, I remember I know all this shit, but I love when you recount this story. So you know this shit gives me joy. I ain't gonna front. Fucking clown, bro. I'm just like, okay, so look,
Killer clowns
To
from
go-
outer space.
going
Watch it.
back though. Watch that shit. Going back though. All right, so you watched the video, fine, but what's the weirdest shit you done got off to?
Oh, that's a different question. That's a different question entirely. And that's a hard question to answer too, because like every new thing is weird until you've seen it a couple of times, right? So the answer changes. Like the shit that I would consider weird back in the day, I don't even consider weird anymore. Like I'm stuck in the dryer, step brother, come and help me. Like that's just not weird anymore. It's just it's
that's
fucking it's
That's
cliche.
like oversaturated porn now. At this point.
It's cliche as fuck. Like fake incest shit is cliche at this point. Weirdest, I don't know.
Midgets?
It's not even weird anymore to me though.
No?
No, like I mean I don't watch it. I've never enjoyed it, but like it's something like you go to fucking X and XX and you can see that shit on the front page. Like it's not weird anymore.
My favorite follow up on my X-rated Twitter is Gibby the Clown, because that motherfucker be doing everything. Just this black dude in a clown outfit fucking people like on train tracks in Home Depot. Like that's like that shit is just fucking erotic as for no reason.
Is he still posting stuff like that?
What?
Is he still active?
Yeah, the Home Depot shit is like recent, like 5 days old.
No.
I imagine you walk into the Home Depot, you see this motherfucker with the clown suit on. Like, damn, she got a fat ass. Ah, fucking clown.
Oh God, no.
But not like he don't have like the like the silly clown shit. It's like a demon clown mask that he wears with like a long ass tongue.
Oh, okay. That's I don't know. I would have to see it before I could say anything. I don't know. That's a hard ass question to answer. Like, what is the weirdest shit? Because like I said, like what even qualifies as weird anymore?
I figure it's relative. So if it's, I might not look at it as weird, or maybe I will look at it as weird, even though you don't feel like it's that weird.
Well, yeah, of course. I guess I saw one where like dude was trying to stick his entire head, like his fucking the dome head, inside up the lady there, and I think he got like a good portion of his scalp up there. It was weird as fuck. Yeah, there we go. That's some weird shit.
That is no. You know what? I agree. That's some weird shit. You finished that?
No, that was weird.
Hey, so when you watching porn, do you like you like all right, press play, or do you have 60 tabs open like I do?
Whoa.
I typically do it tab by tab. Like I'll watch it. I'll find like a video, shit, pop that shit open, watch it until I get tired of it, and then close it and go find something else.
Mm.
60 tabs. What the fuck?
I got all this extra memory, bro. Like, I don't even feel it.
You don't have to use it like that, though. I mean, like it's not an imperative.
How do you?
I mean, like usually by the time you get to the other videos, they've already been deleted. So you know that shit is rotating door of porn.
Oh, you mean like okay. You mean like you have them open just like in the background right now from like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like you like so it's like I go through a selection. So if I'm feeling it, I bet. Let me sort by best for this month. Let me sort by brand new. Okay, what's upcoming, depending upon what website I'm on. Spank Bang, shout out to Spank Bang. But all right, I like this. This got a still shot that I like. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, they got 12 tabs open. Okay, all right. Let me go on over to X videos because that's the classic. You feel me? That's the classic. So, all right. They got something different over here. Boom, boom, boom. 12 tabs over there. Then all of a sudden you got 60 tabs. And as you delete a couple, that you come back, a week later, or however frequent, Steven does, every 6 hours or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Quick jerk before work.
yeah, like, so hold up, we got some new shit over here. Open. Okay. And then maybe one day you just start going through this shit and be like, hey, why the fuck was I trying to watch this? Or, why was I trying to watch this? That's how I feel about a lot of the Japanese-esque porn. It's like oh damn, I was in a specific mood this day. Not today though. So
Deleted.
Yeah.
I feel you, Jinsei.
And he'd like to feel you.
He's not equipped for this ride.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Steven come back like, Steven, what were you doing outside? My ass is bleeding. I wasn't equipped for the ride.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so I've just been informed, I say just, but this was like 10 minutes ago, that we are at the 2-hour mark, so we're going to wrap it up there. If you guys enjoyed what you've heard here, enjoy listening to us talk about the most random shit. This is one of these episodes, aside from the Steven garbage. This is like just some random shit. I enjoy this random type of talk, but you enjoy listening to us banter back and forward, hit the subscribe button, give us a like. It helps get us out to a bigger audience. All of our social media shit will be down in the description. Hit us up on Twitter, drop some questions. If you got any questions that you want to ask, just some shit that you want to know about Jinsei, Steven, or me, just drop some questions. We'll answer them. I love answering questions. It's always fun to get to have engagement from the people who are paying attention to us. Check out Steven's Anime Alley and Game Alley, I think, channels. He does some solo shit on his own. I think that's it in terms, like, we ain't got a guess. I was about to shout out fucking Io again for some reason. He's not here. AK_08 on Instagram. That's Io, in case you're wondering. Shout out to our patron deity, Io Tunde Skeety Bobo. And that's all I got. Yeah, we ain't got no other pertinent information to share. Check us out next week. And just one more thing before we go out there, Jinsei. I'm pretty sure your throat ain't hurting anymore. Your boyfriend has gone home. So.
What?
Ayotunde Skiddy Bobo.